Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from ICM. It's a model which is made in 1/35 scale, and it's interesting because it's a Type 320 Cabriolet B, as it's written here. So it's a German passenger car in a quite popular scale, so it might be handy for some diorama ideas. I'm actually building, or I think up to this video I already assembled the model of this car in a previous version with the closed roof, so you will see the build review quite soon. And what I can say is that the kit itself is really nice, so that's why I would like to check this version as well. The kit number is written here, it's 35543. We have really beautiful box art. I like how this Cabrio looks in the red color. And also here on the side you will find some information about the kit. So we have here it's written that the assembled model will be 141 millimeters, and as there are 150 parts. Parts count is not that huge, but believe me, the overall details are really nice. And here we have also 5 ideas for the marking options. So obviously you are not limited only to them. You can try to copy something different in case you have some references or maybe some creative idea. Then definitely feel free to go. And what I'm doing now is cutting through the seals because it's a typical ICM package, and it means that we have here the seals which are holding the top cover in place. And in the meantime, I can remind you that you can easily look into the previous version review on the same YouTube channel which you are watching right now. I reviewed it as well, and as I said, the build review will be quite soon online as well on this channel. So I just opened this top cover. Here is what we have, and as you saw, the top cover was quite thin. We have all the parts protected with this white cardboard box. We have assembly manual on the bottom, and then all parts are sealed into one plastic bag. So I'm going to open them right now, and we will take a closer look together. So just give me a second. It's a resealable plastic bag, so it should be quick. Okay. So, the first plastic sprue is the frame E, and here, as you can see, we have the floor panel, we also have the bonnet, and also the side panels. So yes, the doors are molded shut, so you won't be able to open them. The same can be said about the trunk here, and as you can see, the interior panels for the doors, they're molded separately. Also, we have the windscreen molded as a separate panel, and maybe I can zoom in and show you one of the sides. So here, as you can see, we have the seat parts, we have also the fuel tank. These are the headlamp cases, and also here you can see the front grille, bumper, and also the door panels. Here we continue with the external panels. So as I said before, we have the doors pre-molded, but believe me, it's not an issue with the Cabriolet, so I don't think it will be a problem. Here we continue with the windscreen, another interior panel for the doors. We have the instrument panel here on the dashboard, and we have the radiator which will be placed inside. Here we have more seat parts. Note that the bonnet is also molded shut. So this is something what I did not get about this kit, because when I was building it, the overall, I would say, mechanical part is very nicely detailed out of the box. You can add some wiring if you would like to, but it's really good, and then you just close it inside, and that's pretty much all. So very strange, and it will be up to you if you would like to go against it. And here you can check also the parts from the opposite side. So we have the guiding elements, for example, for these panels, which will be combined together, also for the seats, for the bonnet even as well. So all of these things are, I would say, quite nicely thought through, so it's not something what you will be trying to align somehow together. Next, we continue here with the roof parts. So as I said before, we have here the folded roof version, so that's why we have these parts in a, let's say, folded down position. It should be assembled out of several sections, so be ready for this. It might be a bit tricky to get the smooth finish. I was building the version with the closed roof, let's say. So not with the folded, but actually with the one which is stretched, and it was easier because you actually get it as a single piece part. Here it's a bit more tricky, but I like the surface details. They look convincing in my opinion. So it's just a matter of painting them and assembling them in a proper way. Next, we continue here with the clear frame. So as you can see, we have the parts for the windscreen, side windows, and even the headlamp lenses. So for the roof parts, so for example this rear glass, I'm not sure if it will be used because we have the folded down roof, as I said before, so maybe it will not be used on this version of the car. We have the vinyl tires. I think it's not worth even to open them because this is a typical part. I would rather prefer to have the plastic parts or maybe even 3D printed ones. And I was looking for some accessories or aftermarket in order to fix this on my build, and unfortunately I did not find anything. So if you have some ideas, feel free to write in the comment section. Maybe when I will be building this one, I can use it as well. And next we continue here with the last gray plastic sprue, and you can see exactly what I was talking about. So we have really nicely detailed engine and gearbox. Chassis is also very nicely detailed, as well as the drivetrain, and we also have here the plastic wheel rims, drums, brake drums, and also exhaust and some other minor elements. So if I zoom in here into this corner, here you can see the rear wheel axle and also some minor elements for the fine details on the car. Here we have the chassis bars, the steering wheel, the suspension parts, the engine and gearbox. Here we continue with another sections of the chassis and the bumper. And here we have the exhaust, various handles for the doors, and again the suspension parts. So this suspension is also quite nice. Maybe some modelers might try also to replace the springs in some sections, but this is already your decision whether you would like to go this way. As you can see, they are more or less convincing, and they're not that, I would say, openly visible on the finished model. So that's why I'm not sure if it's worth going into such lengths. And by the way, the this set should also include the separate release of the paints for the German civil cars, so definitely check it out. I will try to do the short on YouTube where I will show the paints so that you will learn more about them. But here I'm showing the small decal sheet. So as you can see, we have the different license plates, and also we have the dials for the instrument panel. That's pretty much all. But the printing quality usually is quite nice in ICM kits, so here I am not even worried about any problems. I'm closing the lenses because we have here the assembly manual, and this one is printed in form of this large color printed brochure. We have short history note here on the first page and also some technical specifications. And next we continue with the parts map. It's good that ICM here shows which parts are unused, so red color means that you will not be touching them. As you can see, one of the bumper versions will not be also used. And assembly process starts with an engine, so as you can see, a lot of things are actually going onto this power plant. It might be also worth thinking through how to paint these parts, but again I remind you that it will be barely visible, so it's your decision whether you would like to invest time into the paint process, or maybe you are fine with what you get here. And I think it will be also good once installed onto this chassis. So as you can see, the chassis is assembled each side from two panels, and then you install the sidebars from the left and right side. Then we connect them together, we install the middle spars and start working on the wheels. So obviously you will not be getting the wheels on this spot, at least I do not recommend to. It might be better to have them on the later stages, or you can paint everything in advance and then just connect it. I did it on my build, so it was quite good fitment and I didn't have any issues. The only thing, when you connecting the floor panel with the chassis, it might be a bit tricky, so keep track on how those sidebars are fitting the floor panel slots. Next we continue with also some tips on how to paint the floor panel. So again, here you can go with the masking, or you can try to paint all of the panels separately and then just to polish them together. Next, also here we have some assembly options for different markings, so definitely think through which one you would like to copy on your model. Here we have the side panels being installed, steering wheel assembled, the spare wheels from each side. Here we have the front headlamp lenses and cases, the tail lights, the rear bumper and the folded roof. And as far as you can see, the glass in the roof is not visible, so it will not be used, but the side glasses are used, which is quite interesting. And here we have the first two marking options. This one and this one basically are from 1930s. As you can see, even the seat cover and the roof cover are different, so it's a really nice change. And it might give you some additional ideas, as well as those two cars. As you can see, this is the bright red one from the box art, and here we have the black one. What I did in my car is the dark blue with the black. You will see it in the build review, and as for this kit, it should be as well available in Matelimex, so you can get it for a quite nice price, together with other novelties from ICM. And of course, I'll be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.